Welcome back. Last time we dealt with the Ananta Primal, Sri Lakshmi, um, who was apparently a fan of resurrecting the soulless husks of her worshippers. And now we've moved on into the peaks to the village of Alagiri, where we're about to talk about the plans to take out another Imperial fortress, which can't see from where I'm standing. Strong and unified. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. It does. Look at some Alamegan architecture while we're here. Hello, Rauban.
Not everyone. Then let us begin. Alagiri is ours, and for a mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won.
If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable.
We searched the village and found no traps, or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is through the east, through Specula Imperatoris, and Castromabania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power.
Which means that we will need to strike Specula Imperatoris quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field, and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. Then we have no choice but to accept that which we have been given.
Aye, that's the way of it.
I've no doubt that Xenos has got something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes.
To the assault, then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatoris. During this time, I would hold the Scions in reserve at Alagiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response.
Understood. Wait a minute. We should be fighting with you and the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Oscar for what she's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. If she wants to fight, I say let her fight. Thanks. I knew you would understand. Mayhap it would be best if I accompanied you. Alize can stay with Oscar. Oh, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves.
You have your orders. Dismissed.
Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
What are you doing to Kryl? Why'd you put her in the thingy?
Oh, my head.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Though we Garleans are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alighieri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
And what might that be? Oh, hey, Tancred.
Found you.
Hello, Alize. So full of fire and ego, aren't they? Well, I won't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I was about to let Lise go alone. Hell's open. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Ehrenwald's squadron. They're already searching other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Cool. Looks like I got a couple of places to go patrol. On my patrol chair. Go to this one first. Ah. Take that. To spot number 2. control buttons. Now let's go find Alizé. Oh, there's another player here. Ah, give me a moment, Oscar. Say that again, if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Arenwald. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. What about you, Oscar? Any trouble? Yep. Killed them, though. And there I was, thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Speculum Imperatoris is going well. I think we're gonna find out.
You've improved.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody challenge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself. I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Jeez, Fordola.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
It's cold. Huh. That seemed like a familiar sound effect for what I just experienced.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Ugh. That's not good. By the 12! Did you see that? Main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castor Mavania. But that was an Imperial installation and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... You have to go right now. They need our help. Oh yeah, we're going. Alize, Heavens weep. This way, there's no time to lose. That's why we're gonna fly. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother. Right now. Yep. It was just telling us that there'll be... that the gates could be opened by hand. There's Ralban. I'm glad you're here, Oscar. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us, on Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them, to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it... Oh, this is Pippin. He was in the tower when it was struck. That need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remain unaccounted for. Alize, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. They need our help, do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Looks like this direction. Wounded serpent soldier. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. Some people we can't help. Wounded flame soldier. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thol's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Wounded storm soldier. Just give me a moment. Let the world stop spinning, would you? There, Alighieri's not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. And a wounded temple knight. He didn't look too good. Oh. Ugh, everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Oscar Hossenpfeffer, Ward of House Vortex. We fought together on the Steps of Faith. You saved my life back then, and now. I can walk, thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad! Conrad, can you hear me? Argo, put him down over there. Oh, there's Alpha now. Looks like Alizé won't be worried anymore.
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castor Mabania.
Next round, double the charge.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
That's the cerulean pipeline!
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
Yeah, we are. Well, you know, we could have killed them. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead, we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. Show them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. Gods is my witness. There will be a reckoning. Got Alphino angry. The road home. Forgive me. Now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Alagiri. Okay. There you are. There, that should suffice for now. Go and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he's alright. Oh, yeah, he's fine. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Well, now they have Commander Hext. Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Alagiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Okay. Looks like there's a bubble to search close by. Hello, wounded. Where are you? Is that door open? No. Wounded Imperial. I guess we have the Geneva Convention here, too. Wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. The hell's with this? I should be back home in Ilsabard instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Yeah. Next search bubble. Resistance fighter. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose, and I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. With a tourniquet on, you should be on a stretcher. How about you? You okay? Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, it's you, Oscar. I didn't recognize you at first. Been feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. And now to talk to Elfino. Looks like he's off this way somewhere. There he is. Oscar, we have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. For the living and the dead. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. This time we spoke with General Aldin. Sounds good. Hello, General Aldin.
These deaths weigh heavy on my soul, Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy.
It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castamabania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. A frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? We suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction? Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or a heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago, but I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papalimo and I arrived at Relga's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance. And then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions. But even then, I knew deep down that it was an excuse. That I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Ida. But then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries, and as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back. I promise.
While I acknowledge Commander Hex's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should go alone. Asuka, would you go with her?
Would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir.
Then it's settled. We will await your return.
Sorry to drag you into this, Oscar. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for. Right now, all I can do is be myself. Above the churning waters. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castle. Nyunkrep's Hope. That's a tough name to say. The ship stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Lise, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? Yeah? I mean, you know we have flying mounts. Oh, there's our destination, and it's purple. Which means there'll be an enemy or two. There it is. Take that. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you've met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, to the climb. Let's climb to the ancient ship. You okay? Whew! That took a bit more out of me than I expected. And here she is, Nyunkrep's Hope, the ark that one man made to save countless others from flood during the Sixth Umbral Era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who cared this much about their fellow man, to accomplish such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy, staying true to yourself. But we're all better for it, me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad or Yan or my father. But I can be a friend to you all. I can fight by your side. I can be me. And that'll just have to be enough, eh? It will be. strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad. Or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Ah, is that smoke from Castamabania? Wait, that's coming from the cannon. I can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Asuka, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castamabania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's champing at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. Me too. We have to tell the others. Come on. Peace. Easier down than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. The path forward. There's no time to lose, Asuka. General Aldin needs to know what we saw. And so he shall. Hey, guess what, Rauban? The cannon's broke.
You all returned. I only hope you bring good news.
We scaled the cliffs of Nunkrep's Hope and spied smoke rising from Castamabania's main cannon. I think Marshal Terrapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Then we must attack Castamabania at once.
It could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity.
Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, we could simply have kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target. We will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk. But how are we to infiltrate the castrum? In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Girabania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castamabania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we could secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as would Alice and Asuka, I am sure. Oh yeah, of course.
Well then, if you're all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We'll make ready to march on Castamabania. Go, and may Ralgar watch over and keep.
And also with you. Alfino? My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lise, nor less Alamego. Castamabania is the largest Imperial facility in the Peaks, you see, so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, and if there's even a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Totally get it, Alfino. I totally understand. With tired hands we toil. So to review, we are to travel to Radiata, where we will meet with a contact recruited by Marshal Terrapin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Asuka and Lise were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperatoris or Casma Banya. Perhaps as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. Aye, you have the right of it, though not. They got a better deal than most Alamegans, feeding off what scraps the Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Terrapin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, I do, but I also understand their desire to look after their families by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rogadin woman. She will ask us a question, after which we answer with courage. She will know us as friends. Courage, right. Put together a squadron, Nago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends, and be ready for anything. Alright. Let's go to the marked location. Some ruins over here. There's my pals. See, what did I tell you? Let us continue on to Specula Imperatoris. Okay. Same mount twice in a row. Hello, Imperials. Have at thee. And now, Elfino is the next marker. Oh. My Free Company leader is waving. Hello, Free Company leader. Of course there were still soldiers lurking about. Fortunately, they were no match for Lys. Come, Radiata is not much further. Of course, in light of our recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. Don't worry, Alfino, we will. Like here, this purple marker, which will be enemies. Ooh, a large enemy. How are you hiding? Where is... So here... Oh, there you are. Hello. Looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see smoke above Casma Banya anymore. Do you think they fixed the cannon already? Where courage endures. Alfino said we were looking for a Rogadin woman, right? And that we should answer her question with courage? I suppose we'll just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find our contact. Let me know if you find her, and I'll do the same. It's a Jamel. You're not a Rogadin woman. You are, but you don't have a way to be spoken to. Hello? Ain't seen you around here before? Takes a certain kind of woman to walk into a place like this uninvited. One with courage, I suppose. Courage, you say? Well, that's in short supply these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me a coward too if you like, 'cause I'll not speak on it more, at least not here. Outside Radiata, behind those barricades over yonder, on the other hand. Hey, was that who I think it was? Yes. Well, that's a relief. Or a trap. Either way, I'll find Alphino and Alice. We'll meet you there. Alright, let's go to where she wanted us to go. Hello. No one not followed, were you? Good. That all of you, is it? Let's get to it then. Name yourselves. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Terrible. Name's Stark Woad. The rest you know, or we wouldn't be here. It's about Specula Imperatoris and the cannon, isn't it? Just so, can you tell us what happened? I overheard soldiers talking while working in the mess. Cerulean pipeline fueling, the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon. That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's what they said. It took a while, but they finally put the fires out, and the engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at shadows and afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan have been sent home indefinitely. So the cannon could already be fully operational. We need to sneak inside Castor Mabania to ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I pieced together a map of the interior over the years, and I know for a fact that there are multiple points of entry. Impressive! If we split into several groups, that may improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be few in number, but I have faith we can see this through. Alphino. The price of freedom. We have that which we came for. All that remains is to make our preparations. Oscar, you and your ever-dependable allies will enter the castle with my sister, and with my sister and I, by way of the ventilation ducts leading to the hangars. From there, we will proceed into weapons research and unleash bloody mayhem. At the same time, Alice and I will create a diversion elsewhere, and in the ensuing confusion, Lise and her unit will attempt to reach the fire control center undetected. If all goes to plan, our three parties will subsequently converge on this location, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I'll go and brief Nago on the details. The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the Magitech patrols before they can infiltrate the castle. But there's one here, at this purple smoke. Oh, why so there is. You don't get to shoot me with that. Another one's so close, huh? This way. road. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here any moment. Once you've dealt with them, you'll be clear to advance. Assuming they keep to their usual schedule. It might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Stand watch for a moment. Boy, Ralgar, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly. Asuka is the finest warrior I know, and I should like to think we have learned something from our time in her company. Now, where's the entrance to the ducts? Right behind you. I've mapped the branches so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places. Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance. As discussed, Asuka, we shall divide into 2 groups and proceed via separate routes into the castle. Remember that our objective is to cause as much chaos as possible to draw the Imperials away from Lys and her men. If there's nothing else, I'll return to the Resistance forces and show them to their entrance. May Ralgar guide you to victory. This is your last chance to make preparations, Asuka. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin. Alright. But, because of time, that's where we're going to call this one, and we'll start the next one going right in. Which, be a nice way to start a video. So, until then,